What I gwan, peeps, what I gwan, it's Valerie's Naturals Oracles here. My alarm went off on my phone, so I'm going to have to make this a part two. I don't know what's going on there. And then the battery died. I knew it was going, but, you know, I was trying. So I'm going to continue on with this. But first of all, if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Hit the subscribe button and the alert bell so you know when I'm going to do another video. So as I was saying from the previous video, what I was trying to say was, since all this nonsense happened and this stalemate, in between all of this, you've bossed up. Spirit has been downloading to you. He's awakened you. And he's giving you intuition in the middle of all of this. And this is why you walked away from this situation. And this is why the Wheel of Fortune is here. Because your intuition kicked in, didn't it? Your intuition kicked in. Whether you're spiritual or not, whether you had awakening or not, whether you bossed up or not, and you thought about the situation, you thought, no, I'm not doing this anymore. They're taking absolute piss. They're taking liberties. Oh, what I want, people, what I want. So anyway, as I was saying, to recap, you know, you was minding your own business. This person's come along. There could have been even a friend that was in and out, or it could have been somebody you met. You were perfectly happy because, you know, they showed love in their own way. And then it was all peaches and rosy. But you didn't feel that way going on. Further on down the line, something happened. And you bossed up. You realised something wasn't quite right here. And what wasn't quite right, and you was up in your head, wasn't quite right, was it looks like somebody might have been interfering there. Or it could be a karmic who they've run back to and they didn't tell you. Or, do you know what? It depends on your circumstances, but this person could have been married all along, even though you'd known them for a while. They could have been married for a long. You dipped in each other's lives, whatever. They could have been married. They could have been in a situation already. They didn't tell you. Whatever was going on in the background, they didn't tell you what was going on. It could be an older person that they take advice from, whatever. There's all many different circumstances. It could be an advice they can take from somebody. It's somebody they were dealing with anyway and they didn't tell you. Or it could have been somebody, a karmic in the background. It could be any of those things. This person could even have more than one person they're dealing with, but they didn't tell you anything. But your intuition kicked in. And this is now where the stalemate comes in. Because you're both, now that you've bossed up, and they're in their mind, you're both in a stalemate situation. And I've got this on the tilt and I shouldn't do, but there you go. It's like a stalemate. It's like you lot, both of you have stood back and said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm going to get on with my life and do whatever. So we've got the Hermit here. This is Virgo energy. By the way, this is air energy and this is Aries energy. You know, I don't like to talk about astrology and whatever, but, you know, if it makes more sense to you, I'm telling you. You know, there's a lot of swords here. Look, there's a swords here, which is air energy. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, we've come here to the Hermit, which is the Virgo energy. Both of you are standing back and analysing this situation. But why? What's going on? Why is there no talking going on? Is it that you've bossed up and realised, I don't want that? I'm setting up my boundaries and I'm doing what I need to do with my life and move on. And if it means that I don't move on with this person, so be it. Because the energy that's coming up through here, when you get the King of Swords like this person is also standing in their power. But both of you are in hermit mode or doing whatever you're doing in the background. And you're just analysing the situation and not taking it any further. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to actually go to the bottom of the deck. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, because I have no clue what's going on here either. So let's see what comes up. The Knight of Swords. Now, you know the Knights are messengers. The Knights are messengers, okay? And I don't know if it's you going to contact them or they're going to contact you, but I'm seeing a lot of air energy here. So I'm thinking that this person, because when you see the Knight of Swords, it's usually somebody rushing in. And sometimes with the Knight of Swords, they have specific motives and intentions. They have specific motives and intentions, and they're not actually. I don't know if, normally with swords, sometimes it's about the truth. They might rush in and try something and see how the land lies. They want to know what's going on because they're fed up of being in this hangman mode. So let's see what comes up next. The Seven of Swords! Immediately! This person wants to rush in and see what the land lies, but they're not going to tell you the whole truth. They're still going to play these mind games because this is what's happened. It's mind games. When I see this is deception. When you see a fox like this, when you see foxing cards like this, it's always deception. And it's the Seven of Swords, so that is the deception card. The stabation card. They want to come back to give you more stabation. Or they're still up in their head trying to figure out the situation, and they're still using devious tactics to actually get back to you. Wow. This is future energies, though. I'm feeling this is future energies. But, yeah. They're basically still trying to get away with the nonsense they were getting away with before. They just want to see how the land lies, because they're probably fed up of being in the hermit mode situation and fed up of... Because they didn't realise that you're going to be as strong as you are. Because spirits intervened here. This is spirit intervening and saying, step back from this situation. You may have a connection with this person, but, there's things in the background that you don't know about that is going on, so step back and keep out of it, because this person is still, they're not awakened. This person's not awakened, but they're coming back to check to see if you're still in that mindset that you'd still entertain them. And this is the deviousness. It couldn't be, sometimes when you see the deception card, it's not always about being really devious, being really deceptive, being really mean-minded. Sometimes it's about just finding out what the land lies. They're not telling you their true intentions. And that's what it is about sometimes. So let's see what else comes out. Because what we got here. Justice. That's flicked out from nowhere. Justice. Wow. When I see the Justice card, Justice is all about maybe balancing the scales. Maybe telling you what's really going on. But when I see the Deception card come out with it, it's almost like maybe they're going to tell you some truths, but not all the truth, which, if you're an awakened one, your intuition will kick in and tell you what the hell's going on there. Because in reality, oh my goodness, what's going on? In reality, they are feeling left out in the cold and maybe even feeling defensive, or this could be you being defensive, maybe. Take it how you want to take it. But this somebody is definitely feeling left out in the cold, and I'm of the opinion that it's the masculine energy. They've suddenly realised, but what they're not realising is when you get the Five of Coins, which is the Five of Pentacles, or the Penticale, I like to call it. When you see this person's sitting outside of what looks like a church, and there's lights coming out of that church. Do you know what I mean? And if only that person will pick themselves up, get up, think about the situation and walk inside and get warm. They won't feel so left out in the cold. Or maybe if they just came and did the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, they won't feel this way no more, because then you can have some serious heart-to-heart conversations. But until this person really bosses up and really admits and does what they need to do, they're going to forever be feeling like left in the cold. And does this person really want you to move on? Does this person really want you to move on? I don't know. Because if you move on, that's the game over, isn't it? Game over. Done. But, see here, look. The Seven of Wands is all about you defending yourself. It's either you defending yourself or they're defending their position. It's like I've had this for the last couple of weeks. It's chess games of the mind. Both of you, because what I'm getting here as well is you're both mirroring each other. You're mirroring each other for different reasons, but you're still mirroring each other because you have this connection. And you probably can feel each other energetically. And you're both in this defense mode. Somebody's going to have to let their guard down. Somebody's going to have to let their guard down. What I go peace, what I go on. I want the bungo, wungo, go on, yeah. Let's see what's come out under the Hierophant. The Hierophant speaks of, normally when you see the Hierophant is about authority, because I don't know if you know this, the Hierophant and I think it's the High Priestess. There's the High Priestess and there's the Empress. It's usually the High Priestess is the match to the Hierophant. Back in the day, like in Egyptian times, you'd have the pharaoh, and who had authority under the pharaoh was the hierophant and the high priestess. Okay, so we've got the hierophant here, but sometimes it speaks of institutions. It speaks of long commitments, marriage. Is there a marriage in the way somewhere, or is there a long commitment in the way? Why this is causing so much problems, or is there you see the hierophant? But could it be a karmic in the way? I don't know, because here now we've got the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is the beginning of an action. It's the beginning of a movement. It's a beginning of, it depends on what the spread is, but this is the beginning of an action. Does somebody want to take action and move forward? I'm going to do one more card because I don't want to. 8 of Cups. Because they realise that somebody is walking away from this situation, or you both walking away from this situation, but somebody wants to take an action. Do you know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing here that somebody's realised that you're walking away. This is the feminine energy, or the energy that's been wronged, or who's confused and has walked away previously. Because, look here, they've realised that this person's walked away and they want to take action towards this. So, you take it however you want to take it. This is a long one. I've had to split it in 2 parts because of what happened with the camera, with my camera and the alarm going off and all, because I'm doing this quite early in the morning. But I just needed to, for some reason, Spirit's telling me, get it out, get it out, get it out. It might help somebody. So if it helps you, let me know, and please subscribe, please, because it all helps. Please like, subscribe, share, follow. I'm here on TikTok. I'm here on YouTube. I've got Instagram. I must admit, I'm only really active on YouTube and TikTok. So, come with me, peeps, because this story is deep. This is a deep old story. And it's still like, this is future energies now. Somebody's going to step forward and take action towards this because they can see somebody walking away. Do you know what I mean? If you're an awakened one, you have to stand in your power. Sit on that throne. I keep saying this. I've said this today to my ladies already. Sit on that throne. I know I shouldn't say things like that, but, in these kind of situations, especially if it's a divine connection, of all things, a divine connection, it's yin and yang. The man is all about the action. The woman is all about the intuition. So whatever she dreams up, he should action. Do you know what I mean? But in a case like this where there's separation, because these things are all about lessons as well. When this person decided to walk away, they probably thought, I don't care. They'll be back. I can do what I'm going to do. They could have been dealing with other people. They could have been, the third party in the situation could have even been work. They worked too hard and they wanted to focus on their career rather than focus on you. But in these divine connections, it doesn't matter because you're both free spirits. If you're a divine connection or you have a strong connection, you're both free spirits. You do what you need to do. They need to do what they need to do. But if you're going to come together, it has to be a balanced situation. And if it's not a balanced situation, it's never going to work. And, you can have as many soulmates as you want, but there's only one twin flame. And some people don't even meet their twin flame in their lifetime, you don't find connections like this sometimes. And because I'm seeing this as a strong connection. This is a strong connection that can't be beat. But because of other things getting in the way, do you know what I mean? Or other people getting in the way, or other situations, whether it's work, whether it's a karmic, whether it's a marriage, But there's secrets here. And that secret card hasn't come out, I have to say. But the feeling I'm getting from this is there's secrets here. See, look, the 9 of Cups, a wish fulfillment. I keep going. Why do I keep going? A wish fulfillment. Somebody wants a wish fulfillment. They don't want this person to walk away, and that is their wish fulfillment because they know this person is bossed up. You are the boss, bitch. They need to come forward because you're sitting on your throne now. There's no way you're budging. This person has to come to you. I know I shouldn't say this, but yeah, because look, if they do, they could receive this 10 of Cups. You could be equal, you could be, because look, divinely connected. Look at these pictures. I'm telling you. See, look, the Page of Cups now. Anyway, I'm stopping this now. It just keeps going. The King of Wands. Oh my God, it keeps going. No more. So, people, don't forget to connect with me. I'm here for you. And I have to say, I do readings as well. So if you're really interested in the reading, hit me up on valeriesnaturalsoracles@gmail.com, or I might put the link to my LinkedIn, where it's got all of my social media, all of my website, everything else, and you can get a reading through the website. So connect with me, people. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.